Dear students, Sudarshan here. Today we will discuss the lesson The School for Sympathy, written by E.V.Lucas. This lesson is for class 12th and is taken from the book A Rainbow of English. I have tried to describe this lesson with the help of mind map and hints that will also be useful in explanation of the story and for writing question and answers of the story. However, I will translate I feel it is essential to tell you. Let us start now, and you have to keep in mind the title of the lesson and the name of the writer of the lesson. Here the title is The School for Sympathy and it's written by E.V.Lucas. You have to keep in mind both these things before starting. The School for Sympathy by E.V.Lucas, and it is given in your English book A Rainbow of English. First of all, we have to understand the story. The main character in the story is Miss Beam and she runs a school. Name of the school is The School for Sympathy. The theme of the lesson revolves around the title. Let us now see what was the characteristics of the school and also Miss Beam. Miss Beam was a kind-hearted, middle-aged, authoritative and full of understanding. These are main points and you have to explain these points. You can of the question. Miss Beam was a kind-hearted lady, दयालु सुभाव दी सी, middle age सी and authoritative, ਸਤਾਤਮਕ सी and full of understanding ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਦੂਸਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਸਮਝਦਾਰੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਸਨ. You have to keep in mind these four words: kind-hearted, middle-aged, authoritative and full of understanding for writing the character sketch of Miss Beam. As it is evident from the title of the chapter that the name of the chapter is about the essence of the lesson is in its title. The title of the chapter is The School for Sympathy and it is also say that the title of the lesson is justified. कि जे तुहानू टाइटल दे नाल कंसर्नड क्वेश्चन आ जांदा ਉਹ justified है क्योंकि मिस बीम ਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ School for Sympathy ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਮ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਹੀ ਸਕੂਲ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹੈ. Discuss two questions in the beginning and let us now discuss what was the real aim of Miss Beam's school. To teach humanity and citizenship. ਸਿਟੀਜ਼ਨਸ਼ਿਪ ਚੰਗੇ ਨਾਗਰਿਕ ਗੁਣ ਪੈਦਾ ਕਰਨੇ, ਮਾਨਵੀ ਕਦਰਾਂ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਪੈਦਾ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ. ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਟੋਰੀ ਦੇ ਮੇਨ ਪੁਆਇੰਟਸ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਂਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲੇਗਾ. ਐਂਡ ਵਨ ਡੇ ਦ ਰਾਈਟਰ of the lesson The School for Sympathy, E.V.Lucas, visited Miss Beam's school. ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਈਟਰ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਮਿਸ ਬੀਮ ਦੇ ਸਕੂਲ. E.V.Lucas ਆਥਰ ਦਾ ਨੇਮ ਹੈ. ਉਹ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਕਿਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ? ਹੈਂਡੀਕੈਪ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਨੂੰ. ਜਦੋਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਐਂਟਰੈਂਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਲੜਕੀ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਉਸਦੀਆਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਪੱਟੀ ਬੰਨੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਹੈਂਡੀਕੈਪ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. ਦ ਆਥਰ ਫੈਲਟ ਸੌਰੀ ਫਾਰ ਹੈਂਡੀਕੈਪ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ. ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਦੁੱਖ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ ਹੈਂਡੀਕੈਪ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ. ਅ ਗਰਲ ਆਫ ਅਬਾਊਟ 12 ਵਿਦ ਹਰ ਆਈਜ਼ ਕਵਰਡ ਵਿਦ ਅ ਬੈਂਡੇਜ. ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਪੱਟੀ ਬੰਨੀ ਹੋਈ. ਲੈਡ ਬਾਏ ਅ ਲਿਟਲ ਬॉय ਆਫ ਸਮ 4 years ਹਰ ਜੂਨੀਅਰ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ 4 ਸਾਲ ਛੋਟਾ, ਉਹ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ. ਪਰ ਆਥਰ ਕੀ ਆ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮਿਸ ਅੰਡਰਸਟੈਂਡਿੰਗ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਸਕੂਲ ਹੈਂਡੀਕੈਪ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ. ਦ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਆਰ ਐਕਟਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਬੀ ਬਲਾਈਂਡ, ਲੇਮ ਔਰ ਡੈਫ. ਇਸ ਲੈਸਨ ਦਾ ਮੇਨ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਥੀਮ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬਲਾਈਂਡ ਔਰ ਲੇਮ ਔਰ ਡੈਫ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ. ਬਲਾਈਂਡ ਅੰਨੇ, ਲੇਮ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੰਗੜੇ ਹੋਣ ਔਰ ਡੈਫ ਮੀਨਿੰਗ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੋਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੁਣ ਸਕਦੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ. ਆਥਰ ਇਜ਼ ਸਰਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਟੂ ਸੀ ਦੈਟ ਦੋਜ਼ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਆਰ ਓਨਲੀ ਐਕਟਿੰਗ ਐਜ਼ ਟੂ ਬੀ ਬਲਾਈਂਡ, ਡੈਫ ਔਰ ਲੇਮ. Discuss the target of the school education. The target of the school education was to let the children know the sufferings of others. ਸਕੂਲ ਦਾ ਐਜੂਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਟਾਰਗੇਟ ਇਹ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਦਰਦ ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲੇ. ਸਫਰਿੰਗਸ ਮੀਨਿੰਗ ਦੈਟਸ ਵਾਈ ਦ ਚਿਲਡਰਨ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਐਕਟ ਐਜ਼ ਬਲਾਈਂਡ, ਲੇਮ ਐਂਡ ਡੈਫ. And the real aim of the school was to teach the children about the sufferings and woes of other people. All the days were difficult, or the blind day was most difficult. You have to keep in mind that all the days for students was very difficult as they has to act as deaf, dumb or lame. But most difficult of these days were the blind was fighting for the children. फ्राइटनिंग मीनिंग डरावना सी. बच्चों के लिए अन्ने होना बहुत डरावना सी. बिकॉज दिस वॉज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट डे ऑफ ऑल. देयर आइज वर bandaged. By now we have studied that the author in the beginning met a bandaged girl of 12 years And she told the author that her head ached all the day from dozing. Talking to her, the author came to know that the blind day was the most difficult for the girl, as during this day her head ached for all the day. And why? Because she has to doze from here and there for searching things. And that was why the blind day was the most difficult day for. So in the beginning, the author met a girl with bandaged eyes. She was about 12 years old, and she was being led very carefully by a boy 4 years junior to her, and she was walking between the flower beds. Now the girl told the author about the experience of the lame day, because each child has to play different roles. They have to play lame and blind and deaf. She told the author that having a leg tied up on lame day was almost a fun, and the children enjoyed on the lame day. The children don't think it difficult on the lame day because only their leg was tied up, and so it was not difficult for them. It was almost a fun. Which day was almost a fun for the children? The lame day was almost a fun for the children, and the most difficult day was the blind day was the most difficult day. And next, the author asked her about a girl, and she was acting to be blind. She was not really blind. Being blind was fighting for the children. Frightening meaning ਡਰਾਵਨਾ ਸੀ, ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਅੰਨੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਡਰਾਵਨਾ ਸੀ, because and the girl told having a leg tied on lame day. Now the girl told the author about the experience of the lame day, because each child has to play different roles. They have to play lame and blind and deaf. They have to play roles on lame day, dumb day, and the blind day. She told the author that having a leg tied up on lame day was almost a fun, and the children enjoyed on the lame day. The children don't think it difficult on the lame day, because only their leg was tied. Because only their leg was tied up, and so it was not difficult for them. It was almost a fun. Which day was almost a fun for the children? The lame day was almost a fun for the children, and the most difficult day was and which day was the most difficult day? The blind day was the most difficult day. And next, the author asked her about a girl. The girl who was acting to be blind. She was not really blind. She told the author that the girl that was coming was Millie. She was a decent head girl. After some time, the next student whom they met was a girl named Beryl. And when the author asked the blind girl, she judged her by her clothes, and she girl in red clothes, and her name was Beryl. Moving on crutches. She was moving on crutches, and she was also acting as a lame girl. As she also met 100 years old Peter. Next person whom they met was Peter, 100 years old, and he was the gardener. And what was he doing there? Was tying up roses. कि उन्होंने माली मिलता 100 साल ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ almost, and ਉਹ roses ਨੂੰ ਗੁਲਾਬ ਦੇ ਪੌਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਨ ਰਿਹਾ. Talked to the writer, and she told the writer each child had a blind day, a lame day, and a dumb day. As we have, the writer was told by Miss Bean that each child had a blind day, a lame day, and a dumb day. As we had a blind child, so they were all playing their roles. And to know that blind day was the most difficult day for children. On the blind day, the eyes were bandaged, and on the lame day, legs were tied up. But on the other hand, on dumb day, the students exercise willpower. They have to keep. It was also a symbol of their patience. So all these days were important for the children. as they help them to be good human beings and also know about the difficulties of other people. After meeting Miss Beam and after visiting the children who were playing the role of handicapped children, the author was 10 times thoughtful. E.V.Lucas by now was more thoughtful. It means that he was so much impressed with all these things that he was thinking in his mind that there should be a humanitarian education in all the school, and author was so much impressed with the system that he thought that this system of teaching should be in all schools. He was impressed with the system of teaching, and he was also impressed with Miss Beam's system of both formal education, which was given by reading and writing, and also with the practical education of the school teaching, that he concluded saying, "Can I see an other's woe?" asking himself, should he be able to know about the worries of others? These lines are very important. Can I see another's woe and not share their sorrow too? Oh no, never can it be, never, never can it be. And this is ending lines of the chapter. And students, I hope all these points will help you in framing all the questions of the chapter. Things will be helpful in multiple choice, short questions and long questions. Questions of the chapter which are short questions, and you can find of all the questions to 150 words. These may be about the character sketch of the main character of the lesson, and by now you may have understand that main character of the lesson is Miss Beam, and also you have to write what's the theme of the School for Sympathy is to inculcate good human values in students and to make them good citizens. And also main aim of the school was to develop. The real aim of the school make students thoughtful, human and good citizens. We may understand the value of the value of practical education, and it's also the necessity of the times to give students practical to make them thoughtful about the sorrows of others. I have discussed here are the key words and main points of the chapter, and it will help you a lot in your studies, and it will help you in your exams, and you will also learn how to prepare for competitive exams, for multiple questions, for how to write in short questions, how to write objective type questions. Discuss other lessons in the next video. ਪਿਆਰੇ ਵਿਦਿਆਰਥੀ, ਚੈਪਟਰ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਪੁਆਇੰਟਸ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬੜੀ ਆਸਾਨੀ ਨਾਲ ਤਿਆਰੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪੇਪਰ ਦਾ ਪੈਟਰਨ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੰਪਰੀਹੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਆਏਗੀ 20 ਮਾਰਕਸ ਦੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ, ਔਰ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਫਿਲ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਬਲੈਂਕਸ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ, ਮਲਟੀਪਲ ਚੋਇਸ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਆਉਂਦੇ। ਇਸ ਅਪਾਰਟ ਫਰੋਮ ਦੀ ਯੂ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਰਾਈਟ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਐਂਡ ਲੌਂਗ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਆਲਸੋ, ਐਂਡ ਆਲ ਦੀਜ਼ ਆਰ ਦਾ ਮੇਨ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਬਜੈਕਟ ਮੈਟਰ ਉੱਪਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੂਰੇ ਲੈਸਨ ਦੀ ਸਟੱਡੀ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਵੀ ਵਿਲ meet again.